Hello, everyone. This is Holly here as scheduled for a hangout, but no one else is joining. So, Abdul, Basant, Schwab, Ivan, Gerard, others, where are you? I was hoping to see a few loopers to wish you Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, or just joyous time of year if you're celebrating anything, or just to join in celebrating with me. So Happy New Year. One more class scheduled, not recorded, coming up in a few days on December 31st. But just as proof that I was here and was hoping to talk with you, hang out with Holly, no fun without someone to join me. And I was excited when several of you registered to attend today. So I'm not sure if you're confused on the time. So please remember that listings on Loop, Learn English with a Worldwide Perspective, all listings are on our calendar are at GMT. And there is a clock right on our site that shows you the current GMT time as well as your time. And I hope that makes it easy for you to join future classes. I'll wait a few more minutes just to see if anyone joins me, and will tell you all that I will be scheduling a new schedule of classes for January and February, and posting them later today, and hope that you will register and join. Please register for each and every class on our Loop calendar, every class that you plan to attend. You can click yes, I will attend, or I might attend, is very helpful for me. And please register at least one day ahead, whenever possible. If you register within the last 12 hours before a class, I might not realize that someone has booked the class. I might not be there. I plan my day as for registrations, and unfortunately, many times no one registers. Many of you clamor for free classes, for a chance to practice your English in a very real way. I offer many courses. You are welcome to check those out and enroll anytime. I also offer at least 2 hours of free classes each week. And here's Gerard. Hello.
Oh, I'm the only one?
You're the only one. I was just getting ready to close the Hangout. I was just reviewing GMT time and courses and classes, and complaining that I offer free hours each week and people beg for classes and then do not come.
Yes, I just arrived because I come from working, so I couldn't be.
So you come from a long shift, and I'm glad to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, the same to you, Holly.
I almost missed class because there's so much happening.
I thought Ivan would be here.
Yeah, I was hoping to hear more about his fun. I saw his new photos with the Christmas poems. I love that idea of children memorizing a poem and reciting before they get their bag of goodies. Fun picture. And I'm wondering about his ice sculptures, if they've melted. Uh,
I bet you wouldn't like to live in his place.
not for me, but I can appreciate the excitement. But no, it's totally bizarre here. We're summer today. I was outside walking and I was hot, dressed like this. Hot today. It's in the 70s, high 70s. It's crazy. We broke another record for the warmest ever recorded temperature for this date. Windows open, sheets hanging on the line behind our tree. Very strange. Very strange. So did you visit your family?
Not yet because I've been working these days, but next week I have the whole week off.
Okay. So you'll be, Amber and Alex are celebrating with us late also. We're still not sure when they'll make it here. Busy social life they have and work life.
And how far are they living from your place?
It's about 3 hours drive, depending on traffic and what time of day and which day you decide to travel. It can be over 4 hours. One time we made it in just over 2.5 hours, but not usually.
So that's not a lot for an American.
In my earlier years, I would have done it much more often if I wanted to intrude. I feel like they don't want to be bothered too much by boring parents. I don't enjoy driving as much anymore, and I really try not to drive after dark now. So it limits my travel. Les Warren's driving. He doesn't mind driving long distances. My brother just drove 3.5 days. And he drove over 10 hours each day, 3 consecutive days, 10 hours driving. Way too much for me. And he's older than I am, so but he loves to drive too. So you have your new car, so does that make driving more fun?
Yes, of course.
And do you zip around Spain here and there when you have your weeks
actually,
off? No.
I'm not a traveler. And now the gas, the petrol is cheap. I don't know why, but
It's crazy. Yeah. Lower here as well. So for Europe, that must really be nice because Europe pays a lot more for petrol, for gas, than we do. Yeah.
Yes. How much it is one gallon?
So we're paying, I think the last time we filled up, I think Warren paid $1.53 a gallon. It's $1.70 something regular price, but he gets a discount from the grocery store. Our grocery store one of them has a gas station, and if you buy so much in groceries, you get a coupon once a month off your gas. So near the end of the month, we always fill up with a nice discount.
That's good.
Yeah. I'll leave this up to you. Would you like to talk for a while and see if anyone else? Okay. I don't want to force you to.
Let me see if Ivan is on Skype.
I could send another message by yes, but I did send a note out to remind people.
It looks like he is offline. So, are we going to do a hangout before in the last day of the year?
Yes, I scheduled one for New Year's. We have no plans, so I thought it might be fun just to see if a few loopers were able. And Elfin might join us. It'd be great to talk with her again. It's been a while and don't know how her year is going. So I hope she'll join us and others. And I really thought Vasant, our new member, would join us today too. He seems very keen on practicing. Have you spoken with him yet?
Who?
One of our newest members, Vasant.
I think so. I think so. Yes, but I texted with him. I texted him.
Yeah, he's been anxiously hunting speaking partners. He's posted a few status notes and text chat notes. I'm here. Anybody want to talk? So I really thought he would join us. So I don't know if he's confused on the time. Although he did post earlier today that he's been busy painting. And I was curious what he was painting. And he wrote back that he's painting their church, that they do that every year for New Year's. Is that a tradition you're aware of?
A church?
A church, yeah. Repainting a church. Fresh whitewashing. Whitewashing.
A tradition we have here in Spain and Catalonia is we have like figures, small figures representing the birth of Jesus, you know, and the shepherds, animals.
Right. Yeah. Many people almost every church used to do that here. It's not. We don't see as many manger scenes anymore. A lot of churches reenact the birth and have the little kids dress as the three wise men, but they don't throw candy.
Yeah, some people do that with real people, but with shepherds and a big place with many things. But they have to keep quiet, I think.
Yeah. And that's
but moving, it must be tiring.
Yeah. A friend of my brother's made a handmade cradle, and every year they gather children from the neighborhood and put on a little presentation and retell the story and pull assignments from a jar as to which position you will play, whether you'll be baby Jesus or a sheep or a shepherd or the Virgin Mary, and retell the story. But it's just nice when people are nicer to each other. It's a shame we can't keep that more sincerely all year long. But
so, when do you finish Christmas in the United States?
It really depends on families. Most people consider December 24th through January 1st, through the New Year's Day, when you're recovering from the night before. Most people consider that a definite holiday, but many people work in between now. Businesses can't afford to give the whole week off paid, so many places are open tomorrow through Thursday midday, Thursday noon.
In Spain, the last day is the 6th of January, the 6th.
And what is January 6th? Is that a special day as well?
Yes, the Epiphany, the three wise men. So on the eve, there is the parade, and then
nice.
Children, when they wake up, have their gifts. If they have behaved properly.
So they have to wait until the 6th of January to get their gifts? They just get candy in between.
Yeah, but some children have gifts due to Santa Claus. You know, there are many traditions.
Right. Here there are so many mixed families now. There are some families that celebrate Kwanzaa and the Jewish holidays, the menorah and Christmas and something else from somewhere else. They just have all kinds of partying going on. mostly, I think most families, no matter how crazy relationships are, most families try to plan a major dinner and gathering, especially if there are little ones, for gifts to be exchanged. Things change a lot, though. It's such a different world now. You're all year long instant video and Instagram and Facebook, and you don't need those big gatherings as much, or the feeling is more like a chore than a gathering, sadly, for some families.
But you have many holidays, gathering holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, maybe the 4th of July. Is the 4th of July a gathering
Yes,
day?
often, and Memorial Day often, Labor Day sometimes. Yes, many families choose one or two of those holidays now. If they're far apart, it varies greatly, family to family. And many families gather when they can, when there's a vacation, and they're able to travel a little further. But it's not as convenient, or many people gripe and whine and moan a bit about the extra work, because life is busy and it's just a different world. I was writing a friend this morning and remembering being in college back in the 1970s, and we had one phone in the dorm. And when the phone rang, people would run upstairs to the second floor. Holly, phone call. And you'd run down the hall to catch the phone and stand in the cold hallway talking for a few brief minutes because calls were expensive. It's so different now.
And nowadays, if we forget our cell phone, we are lost.
Yeah.
Because all our lives are around the cell phone, because you must have always your cell phone. It's incredible.
Yeah. We went for a walk earlier today to deliver a gift bag to a neighbor. And as we were walking down the street, the neighbor whose home we were walking toward drove by and stopped, and we're like, oh, we were just going to your house. But they had a van with husband, wife, and 3 kids, and 4, not everyone but the driver, had their smartphones out doing things in the car. And it's like, wow. Yeah.
Nobody didn't foresee that.
Yeah, and that's what I wrote to Tina, to my friend. I said, never, and all the crazy things we were imagining back in 1970s. Never did we imagine what is happening now. Yeah. So it's fun to watch Loop come alive again. It got pretty quiet for a few days, but starting to pick up again.
Maybe because these days are holidays and people are with their family.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
But
I was
next
glad
day,
to have the break.
new days, new purposes. I'm
Uh,
going to start studying English more.
right. Yes, and we'll have lots of attendees the first week of January, and then unfortunately, I'm not going to be as strong online January 4th and 5th. I won't be able to have many classes. I have probably no classes. I just have a test I have to do, and so medically I'll be on a 2-day medical leave of absence the 4th and 5th of January, and then back again. So I hope people will still have their I want to learn English energy by January 6th. Do you know, by the way, I sent a message out yesterday, what days and times might work best for you?
The same. The times which don't work well for me could be the most.
So the times that don't work are?
Between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m.
GMT?
GMT. Yeah, because at this time I have classes, gym classes.
Okay.
And if I'm in my workplace, so it's not a problem because I can attend the classes from my workplace. If I'm not working, so I can attend the classes from home.
And of course, 6 to 10 GMT or 6 to 9 GMT is what someone else has requested as the best,
No problem.
best time. So I'll do
have-
my usual schedule here and there.
Yeah, I know.
It can get
Is
pretty
this hangout going to be live?
It is live. We are live. We are telling people they should join classes.
They are for free.
Especially when they're for free. There's no reason, no excuse. We're friendly. We're here. Join us.
Maybe it's because some people are shy.
Yes, and the Hangouts on air are the hardest ones to join in for some people. So we have some Hangouts that are not on air, that are not recorded. Those have the Loop logo on the class listing, and then when you see the H tree for Holly, that's a Hangout on air. So I'm trying to use consistency with the logos for the class listings to give people an idea. And I'll be posting. Go ahead.
I have an idea. We could choose another book to do classes about.
Ivan wants another book.
Which one?
Which one? And would that help? It didn't really draw many new participants. And they are fun. But which book? Any suggestions from you? I don't have one that's really calling me, so I'm waiting for the inspiration to strike.
No, I don't know. One classic, or not too classic, not.
But I think probably not a classic, because the English really is different, and I mean, part of me wants to do a classic. I love a lot of classic literature, but for relevant English, it gets confusing sometimes. For academic English, it can be useful, although many institutions are not teaching the classics as much as they used to. So I debated, classics are free and available to everyone, which makes them nice. So I did want to try and find something that is accessible somehow for more people without having to buy a book, which is hard for many. But I haven't been brainstorm inspired by which to use.
I have one list from Goodreads that says books that everyone should read at least once.
There's a nice big fat one on that list, 100 Years of Solitude, Gabriel Marquez.
I read more than a half of them. I don't know, maybe we could choose one of them, but a recent one?
Yeah, that might be a good, and even if they are classics, that might be a good list. Goodreads has some nice information and lists.
By the way, the giver is in this list.
Who is? The giver is?
The giver.
Nice. Nice. A Little Prince probably too, usually makes those lists. So we've done those two. Any titles there that especially appeal to you? Can't have too many things about plants in them or Ivan won't be interested. Not too much nature.
I want to, well, a book I want to read is The Good Earth of Pearl S. Buck. Have you read something?
I don't know if I've read The Good Earth. I've read Pearl S. Buck, certainly. Someone just posted about Pearl Buck recently. I forget on Loop who that was or which book. So that's on your list.
Well, yes, I read one in Spanish, Wind of the North and Wind of the South, something like this.
His writing often appeals to British English learners. Just something that I've always noticed. I don't know if it's an author who's taught more in other countries. I'm not sure. That might be
an English classic which is quite difficult, which I read in Spanish, is the Ulysses of James Joyce.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm not going to try and do Ulysses.
I think it's a challenge.
Yes, yeah, I'm not ready for that for free. Plenty of help online for getting through Homer's. Yeah, definitely a challenge. So The Good Earth is a nice title that might also be positive and appealing. And we can start off with a synonym challenge immediately. For good, I'm always teasing.
You know, a book I read in Spanish, but I think it must be very nice in English, The Old Man and the Sea, by Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah, that's my brother's favorite book. That might appeal to Ivan.
Another one, Of Mice and Men by
Yes,
Steinbeck.
I like this. Yes, I love Steinbeck.
And I think this book is quite accessible. I think it's not difficult. It doesn't require a high level. It's even lower than the level of The Giver.
Yeah,
and it's short.
Right.
We wouldn't.
Maybe I'll do 2 book groups, one more advanced and one less, to try and make people feel able to join more. I hope I'm going to find a way to bring people back to live classes this year. I'm trying to make more time, also planning to be in the text chat more, because I do believe it makes a difference when you can catch people when they want to be caught, when they're there thinking in English at the moment. So for all of you out there who have not joined us, if there's a reason why, if it's technology, ask us. If you're afraid, please try not to be. If we get enough people interested, I would be happy to schedule classes at a lower intermediate level and a more advanced level. But it's not very motivating to schedule classes and classes and classes. And Gerard comes, which I appreciate, but we would like to talk with other people as well.
Maybe you should have a place where people could suggest topics.
When Priscilla listed classes, she did a lot you couldn't attend unless you replied to her topic and shared something. My challenge with that is it requires a lot more of my time, and I would rather put that sort of time into permanent discussions on the site rather than lost forever once the class is done. Discussions. So time, more teachers. I think if we could get more teachers active again, it would automatically start stronger activity. So it's a new year, a new try, and maybe we'll find the way this year. I am planning to attend I just booked my lodging for the conference in April, the TESOL, International Teachers Conference, and hope to pass my cards around and get more people aware of Loop teachers who might start sending their students and or scheduling classes from Loop. We shall try. So what topics are you ready to talk about?
I don't know. We could choose a TED Talk and talk about something related to because everybody can watch the conference, which lasts between 15 and 20 minutes. And we don't have to prepare too many things. Only if we have watched the conference, we can talk about the topic.
Right. Yeah, TED Talks Irina would like to do, and I tried, and you and she were the only ones expressing interest so far. I did ask for more interest before I scheduled those, but we could try. That was another freebie I was going to do. So there's also Film English. I don't know if you check those very often, but a fabulous resource with lessons built in with the short films that he chooses. And some of those are quite nice too for learners. Yeah. If there were interest again, if I could get 5, 6, 7 regular attendees again, my motivation would jump. And it is a lot to keep up with, and I fail to keep up with everything as much as I try, but the energy level increases as more energy shows itself. Yeah.
Your energy level is proportional to the attendees, the number of attendees.
Yeah,
That's normal.
I try, but it is, some weeks it's challenging. But there's always Gerard. You've tried so hard, and yeah. Have you talked with Arm lately? I haven't seen him.
No, actually,
in quite a while. I wrote him and he hasn't responded. I hope he's okay. I know he'd been ill.
I hope he comes back soon.
Yeah, I hope things are all right. So if you're watching us, Arm, hello and Happy New Year and wishes for good health. He was a regular and so persistent, even though his connection was not always strong enough. Maybe this will be the year that we get strong internet. Stop having so many challenges. That would be nice too. It should be the year that Alex gets me hooked up with my fancy microphone where I won't need a headset. He has this sound system he keeps promising to set me up with. So could be that we'll have that set up this year.
I think he is not something related to sound.
Yes, his work is, yeah. So he knows what he's doing, but he's used to studios and trying to get one voice real clearly and then editing afterwards. So he's not used to hang out on air type things where it's a one-time unedited deal. And that makes a difference with what he's planning to do for us. So we'll see what happens. But it would be nice to get rid of this. Some days my ear hurts after whichever headset I use. That I could wear, like you have, nice big comfortable ear pads, but my head is so little, I feel so silly when I wear them. So my vanity gets in the way.
What about the small ones, the in-ear headphones?
Earbuds. I cannot use earbuds. Oh, no. My ears get so raw, irritated, and
Oh,
awful. My husband says it's all up here. But in fact, he's working on a project for me today. He uses earbuds when he's on our exercise equipment, but I just can't. And so I have my iPod. I have a player for my iPod that converts it to like a radio, but it's set up far away. So he's going to build a shelf down from the ceiling so that I can put my iPad and my iPod player on and have it right above me at nice eye level, so I don't have to look down at the
so
no
you won't
neck
have,
strain, and I'll be able to do my thing.
you will be able to work out while you are connected on being loop.
Right. I have a really hard time getting past 21 minutes unless there's something to do. And I just can't read comfortably looking down if I use the shelf that's on the bike, on the treadmill. And it's boring. I need to do something. I can't crochet while I'm treadmilling, and I can't read very comfortably there, but at that height and locked on a nice shelf. So I should be good to go soon. Hopefully work off some more of this goodies that we've been eating this week.
While I'm working out with my exercise bike, I watch some TV series.
Do you? Yeah.
Yes, in English, of course.
So I plan to study Polish. I put my dry erase board up today and cleared it board so I can start practicing my grammar drills and trying to say them out loud as I'm biking. But see how that goes. Yeah. Hopefully. I laugh at myself because I do this every year. January. Go. I have to keep it up longer. We'll see. You're very good. You've been disciplined for quite a while now with your fitness.
Yes. And I think this year my greatest improvement related to English is my listening level, because I started this year to watch movies and TV series without the subtitles.
Aha! Goodbye subtitles.
Yes, and that makes a difference, because sometimes when I watch the film with the subtitles, I tend to read the subtitles first, and I don't do the effort to understand as much I have to do now.
Maybe people try a challenge with English addicts, tempt you with try to listen first without transcript.
The most difficult thing is the fluent speech. The change.
What do you mean when I talk like this? People say, "Hey, come on, what's going on? Come on, man." Everybody, conversation demonstrations, and Barney said, and Joe, and hey, yo, like this.
Yes.
When we met with our neighbor earlier today, I was laughing, thinking how fun it would be to record it because there were 6 of us all talking different conversations.
And it's good to listen to different accents.
Yes, I get so excited because I can. Now, why did I set my alarm? Now the challenge is to remember why I set my alarm. I don't remember. Where was I saying before my alarm so rudely interrupted us? Challenge. Oh, when listening to different speakers in Polish, I get so excited when I hear 2 words, sometimes 3 words that I recognize no matter who says them. Yes, I know. At least something. The other day, I thought I understood something and I was completely wrong. But those little moments are my big breakthroughs. I
Yes,
cannot imagine having up subtitles.
in your case, it's more difficult. Be motivated because it's not likely you are going to need to use the Polish.
Yes, but I can with Joanna, and I hope to go back to Poland again. And this time she won't have to be so afraid to leave me anywhere because I'll be able to manage a little bit.
But do Polish people speak English or?
Not so many. So it's very helpful to have some Polish.
Okay.
And I understand that Poland may not be as likely to have more English speakers as other countries are. So much happening around the world. Many countries pushing the English and many pushing away the English. It'd be nice if several members could comfortably come back. I send out holiday cards that wish peace to the world, and it just feels like such a unlikely challenge, but it's still nice to think about.
Yes.
Nice idea. I had greetings from several countries. This really makes me smile to get I feel like getting a map and putting little points up for all the places that someone is sending best wishes. It's nice. Gives me the hope that someday we might connect those dots all full circle. At least a little bit of peace around the world. So the elves and the shoemaker, I can't remember if you attended any of the classes where we tried to talk about that. It was my December idea, was to share that story and work it, but not much attendance at classes this month, so most classes got canceled. But is that a story that you had been familiar with?
The elves?
The elves and the shoemaker?
I think so. It rings a bell, this story.
Elderly couple that had no children, but they were shoemakers and were very poor and left a pair of shoes unfinished, and in the middle of the night the little elves finished the shoes for them. I made another pair, and magically they became rich because of the elves, and they sewed little clothes and shoes for the elves. That was a nice story, and it was interesting to hear from Serge. Was it Serge? Maybe forgetting who it was. Someone who used to work in a shoe factory, and how much the manufacturing of shoes has changed through the centuries. And I had researched and posted information on the oldest pair of shoes known to man, and all the different types of material used to make shoes.
Okay, I was looking for a word. Clobber.
Clobber.
A shoemaker is a clobber?
Clobber. And the original story, this word may have been used, or cobbler. Cobbler?
Yes.
Cobbler, yes.
Cobbler, okay, cobbler.
Yeah, clobber is a food of some kind, like a porridge, but cobbler is another name for the old-fashioned shoemaker.
Cobbler, okay.
So have you ever worked with leather or tried to make a pair of shoes of any kind?
I work with leather to make an envelope for my knife. I don't know how to call it.
A sheath.
A sheath.
A sheath. Okay, so thicker, heavier rawhide? lot of vocabulary that you don't use all the time for shoes and leather.
Rawhide. I used a device like a needle with a hole, and I sew the leather.
Huh. So maybe used an awl to punch holes. And yeah, so different tools. And did you buy a piece of leather or prepare it yourself?
I had a friend who knew how to do that. That was many years, 30 years ago. It was a teenager.
Gosh.
He was a man, a very nice man.
Fun. And those skills are, who knows them anymore? You know, it's most parts of the world, more and more people living in the cities, fewer and fewer of us that know people who strip the hides off of animals and cure the meat and tan the hides. I don't even know all the vocabulary, and I don't know. I've often wondered how, you know, if it's different parts of the cow skin, how do you get the softer leather versus the harder, stiff leather? And some of it's so soft and supple. The smell of leather I like, but many people don't, but I like the smell of leather. But I'm not sure I would enjoy butchering the animal and and preparing the skin. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't think about that when you have
Right. Yeah. And it used to be such a necessity, but now we have synthetics and industry to do a lot of the chores that were skills many of us needed to know not so many years ago. And I think of the refugee camps and how helpful it would be for some of them to know those skills. In some places, that more of that knowledge of survival would be a little bit easier. Overnight challenges for some.
Yes, I hope this year this war in Syria finishes.
Boy, don't I. Yeah. With some hope of solution. It just sounds like long term before.
I'm wondering when are going to take place the elections in your country?
Never.
Never.
We're changing our system. We no longer will have November elections. November, I don't remember the date, but
November next year. Oh.
Yes, November, and
they are
yeah, it's a long
campaigning.
time away yet. And then January they start.
In Spain, we only have 2 weeks before the elections to do the campaign.
With all that nonsense, yeah, no.
But you 1 year.
Yes, yeah.
All this money embezzled, wasted.
Wasted. It is wasted.
It's a stupidity.
Especially wasted now because we have the technology to communicate in better ways. It's rather an embarrassment this year. I'm not.
Yes, I know. Even some Republicans are embarrassed because Donald Trump.
Headlines now are starting to say, even if you're on the Trump bandwagon now, will you really vote for him? Yeah.
I think I read that some Republicans are going to support Hillary. Yes,
I'm not sure that will happen, but there are many who don't want to vote for Hillary either, and it is going to be a difficult little vote this time around for many people. And there are so many issues and strong feelings, so you really most people choose one or two issues that matter the most to them and choose the candidate that they think aligns safest with their views on those issues. But there are a lot of challenging issues on everyone's mind now. It's impossible for one candidate to be a truly representative leader. It's more a puppet, and who's in their control and lobbying power. And we've lost that. And there was such a standstill with our Congress. I don't think any of the candidates have the magic key to make our Congress work better together yet. That's the one that would get my vote.
In Spain, we got elections a few days ago.
Oh.
But there are many parties. The votes have been spread. You know, I think
spared?
Spread out.
Spread. So there are many parties, many candidates.
They are for main parties, and the winner cannot make a government with the support of another party. It's difficult.
Yeah. Poland's having a hard time with trying to understand Polish politics, and I'm still confused. I think most governments confuse others, if not their own citizens. They confuse others trying to understand. And with so much at stake around the world, the interplay between leading politicians is not as entertaining as it used to be. It's more serious things at stake many times. I'm not sure how much is posturing and how much is moving to a new type of political world. I'm an idealist, so I hope for something wonderful to come out of all this craziness the last couple of years. Some things are different. Brazil, there are some China, major countries with major challenges. Many of us. So who knows where we're headed.
Yes, here in Spain we have noticing the change of the climate, because this winter is warmer than usual. I think it's the same in many places.
Right, but there are places that are very, very cold and colder than usual too. So the arguments persist. Thankfully, though, I think more and more littler countries as well as major forces are acknowledging that we need to be much more aware of environmental impact, and that it can't just be one country at a time. It has to be some effort at joint cooperation, because we are polluting each other and creating havoc in different ways.
All of us are living in the same planet, so
yeah. Who ever thought that was important to acknowledge, right?
the same boat.
Gosh, yeah.
Yes, if you compare our planet with the universe, it's like a small boat in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, and that's becoming more and more true too, as we learn or think we learn more about up there in the stars. Did you get to see the full moon this week?
Oh yes, it was very beautiful. I think it was the first year after, I don't know, 30 something.
Yeah, quite a while, I guess. Yeah, we had overcast, cloudy weather, but Christmas Eve there was about a half hour when the clouds were blowing, drifting across, and every once in a while you'd get a glimpse.
Did you have a snow this year?
Snow, no. No, we are 50 degrees above normal, so we are.
Oh, have you ever had snow?
We have had snow
Christmas?
many
Christmas?
times, yeah.
Mm.
But certainly not this year. We have spring onions uh, coming up. Coming up outside, and I picked a flower bouquet for my mom for Christmas. A few things blooming out in the yard because it's been so warm. Everything's tricked into thinking it's March. Very strange December. But I have a feeling that we will pay for it strongly in January. February. I suspect it is coming. I don't think global warming will last all the way through till spring. So I'm bracing myself for the impact. No one joined us, Gerard.
No, too bad.
It is too bad. I object. Loopers.
At least 2 more loopers should be.
Be in the loop with Loop. So Karina, the holidays will be over soon.
Karina, Ivan,
Ivan, tell us about all your fun. Come back, yeah. And several others have, and Vasant, our new, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly, but our newest member who wants to practice. I hope you will join us. And Rithma has been trying. The times have not been easy for her.
Amen.
Yes, yeah. So many loopers. I hope you will join us. I will try to find the time or volunteer to help promote classes more, but take accountability. The calendar has the listings, and we would like to hear your stories and learn with you. So have a great week, Gerard. I hope I get to talk to you again.
All right. Bye-bye.